In today's episode, we'll show you quick geometric and ombre designs created with GlammaMia art powders.
Hi, my name's Connie, and this is a channel dedicated to the art of nail styling. In today's episode, our nail stylist will be doing some ombre using our nail powders, and we'll also be doing marble design. So let's get to it.
For today's manicure, we'll be using Apollo, Policeman, Mr. Black, Mr. White, La Bamba, Don't Get Crazy, Bombastic, Shopping Guru. We'll use Fashion Clear acrylic powder to sprinkle the ombre layers and increase the intensity of the shades. We'll use Art Brillante Black Poison to create thin lines and as a base for the powder ombre. We'll do the mirror ombre with Chill Pill, Yummy Plummy and Rich Witch nail art powders, and then secure everything with Wet Look. We'll rub Glamour Lunatic and Astronauta into the geometric designs. We'll use the Super Matte top coat to prepare the tips and Tip Top to secure the thin lines with the powder. We'll use the Thin Master Nail Art 007 brush to paint the thin lines, do the ombre using a sponge, and use a nail powder applicator. To remove the excessive acrylic, we'll use the soft cupcake brush. We'll cover the whole tip with Apollo. We cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. We prepare a sponge. We cut off a piece of sponge with sharp scissors. As a result, we're able to minimize the risk of transferring any particles or dust from the sponge to the tip. Starting from the top, we add a drop of Apollo, Policeman, and Mr. Black. We start blending the colors from the center, gently moving sideways, a millimeter upwards and downwards. We blend until all three shades are perfectly mixed with one another. Don't cure the tip. We carefully and evenly sprinkle the tip with Fashion Clear acrylic powder. We remove the powder excess by turning the tip upside down. We then cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. We remove the acrylic residue with a soft cupcake brush. And repeat the process again. We apply a drop of each shade in the same order and blend them again. We sprinkle the second layer with acrylic powder and cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. We then remove the excess powder with a soft brush. We'll create the third layer by only pressing the sponge to increase the intensity of the colors and get a smoother transition. We cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. We cover the whole tip with Super Matte top coat and cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds again. We place a dot of Art Brillante Beautiful Monster on the nail art palette. We dip the Master Nail Art 007 brush in it, run the brush through it a few times and remove the excess from the brush by painting a few lines on the glass palette. We paint a long thin line across the center of the tip. At 1/3 of its length from the top, we paint another one directing the brush towards the right upper corner. Slightly lower, we paint two parallel lines. Starting from the third side line, directing the brush slightly towards the right lower side of the tip. We paint another 4 parallel lines. We cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. We wait about 20 to 30 seconds for the product to cool down. While waiting, we pick up a bit of Glamour Lunatic powder with the applicator and rub it into the design. In and out, we cover the whole design using circular motions. We remove the excess powder with a soft brush.
As you can see, this trick is pretty useful. We want the powder to stay in the area of the design, so before creating it, we covered the tip with Super Matte. And before painting it, we wipe the Super Matte with the purple cleaner. Now, there's no way that any particle will stick to the prepped surface.
We place a drop of Tip Top on the glass palette. We dip the Master Nail Art 007 brush in it and secure only the silver pattern. We carefully apply it to each line, avoiding moving outside the matte area. We cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. And it's ready! That's what the first design looks like. We cover another tip with the La Bamba. We cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. Before painting the ombre, we cut off a piece of sponge to remove the dust and particles. We apply a drop of La Bamba, Don't Get Crazy, Bombastic, and Shopping Guru. We blend the shades starting at the center, directing the sponge to the sides. We apply vigorous movements up and down, blending to get a smooth transition. We sprinkle the tip with Fashion Clear acrylic powder and cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. We remove the excess powder with a soft brush. We repeat the process, applying the shades in the same order again, thoroughly blending the second layer and sprinkling it with acrylic powder. Cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. We clean the excess of acrylic powder with a soft brush and apply the third ombre layer by pressing the sponge without adding product. We cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. We cover the whole tip with Super Matte top coat and cure it again in the lamp for 30 seconds. We place a drop of Mr. White on the nail art palette. We dip the Master Nail Art 007 brush in it and paint a triangle at the bottom of the tip. To make it even, we create a line in the center, then from its top, gently towards the side and bottom. We paint the lines from the right and from the left and then fill in the center with color. We cure everything in the lamp for 30 seconds. We place a drop of Mr. Black on the nail art palette and dip the Master Nail Art 007 brush in it. We spontaneously paint delicate waves in a few places. We pour a little bit of purple cleaner into a ceramic pot and dip an old brush, only meant for blurring patterns, in the product. We randomly blur the design in a few spots along the black waves. As a result, the design will blur, creating an effect of marble. We add a few small lines and blur everything again. If the effect satisfies you, you can add a few irregular lines with the black color. We cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. Then place a drop of super matte top coat on the nail art palette, dip the Nail Master Art 007 in it, and cover the marble pattern. Cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. We create the contours of the marble triangle with Art Brillante Black Poison Gel Polish. We do it with long brush movements. Cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. Then wait about 20 to 30 seconds for the product to cool down. Pick up Glamour Astronauta and rub it in with an applicator. Remove the excess powder with a soft brush and continue the design. At the side of the tip, we paint two thin long lines on the right and on the left. From the top symmetrically, we paint smaller lines that will start at the ones that are already painted. We then cure in a lamp for 30 seconds, then wait until the product cools down and rub in the powder. We remove the excess powder with a soft brush. Using the Nail Art 007 brush and the tip-top top coat, we secure the lines covered with the powder. Cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. That's what the next design looks like.
Mirror nails are very in vogue now, hence the GlammaMia line. Remember that the powder is super pigmented, so you'll enjoy a spectacular effect.
Look at these colors: Silver Lunatic, Red Mephisto, Purple Rich Witch, and Navy Blue Astronauta. Which one is your favorite? We cover the next tip with Art Brillante Black Poison Gel Polish. Since it has superb pigmentation, we only need one thin layer. We cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds. Wait about 20 to 30 seconds for the product to cool down, and then pick up Chill Pill powder with an applicator. Apply from the top of the tip and rub it in, leaving a gentle transition between the powder and the black color. Then we apply Yummy Plummy powder and Rich Witch at the very end. We gently blend the boundary between the powders.
Which top coat is the best to secure the powders? Wet Look. That's right, it's a top coat with a dispersion layer, which was still a sensation a few years ago, mostly due to its stunning shine and ease of use. However, the era of top coats without a dispersion layer arrived and Wet Look had to be put aside. But it does return, however, whenever we talk about powders. It's perfect for securing these types of designs. It has a slightly thicker texture, thanks to which the powders won't rub off. It shines nicely and it's a gel top, correct, but a top elastic enough to work on a gel polished surface and one that slightly rises above the base product. It is also superb for creating the light line. It doesn't flood the cuticles, a really useful product overall. Do try it, I promise you won't regret it.
We cover the ombre created with powders and Wet Look and cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. Wet Look has a dispersion layer. Once we take the tip out of the lamp, we wait for around 1 minute for the product to cool down, and we wipe it with sheer Super Shine Cleaner. And it's ready! That's what today's designs with 3 glamour powders look like.
And it's ready! That's what today's designs using our 3 glamour powders look like. And that's the end of our episode. Let us know in the comments whether you like mirror nails. Do your clients like this effect? Will the shades we used today fulfill all your greatest dreams about mirror nails? Or maybe you're waiting for some additional colours to be included in the Indigo offer. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.